The video games industry is one of the most innovative and fastest growing industries in the world. The men and women of this industry work tirelessly to provide entertainment for the masses, and some of these provide the music. Music that we love. Music that we listen to when we're enjoying ourselves playing those video games. Music that we love. Music that we listen to when we're enjoying ourselves listening to video games. Do we even know who these people are? No. Would video games be the same without them? No. What you're about to hear.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Average Giants.
Of Average Giants.
I was going to say something completely different.
Oh, something completely different.
Indeed. How's it? I'm one of your hosts, the Average Gamer, obviously, and with me, as usual, is my good friend.
What is it? What is it?
No, your name is silenced this week.
I'm silent. Okay,
my good friend.
Blank, but you can call me Joan.
Joan.
What are we playing tonight, Giant?
We are playing the ever so delightful robot roller derby disco dodgeball.
Which probably has the best name in gaming ever, period.
Yeah, I don't think there's no other way that there could be a name better than that, so...
No, indeed. I forgot my goggles, so I'm going to put those on. And joining us in the Skype call...
Say do nothing.
In our Skype call tonight is the sole creator of Disco Dodgeball, Eric Asmussen. How's it going, Eric?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Good.
Wunderbar. And we are all going to be playing this, and if you have the game, feel free to join in as well.
Yeah, because I'll make sure to get the room so that everybody can see it. But, I mean, we've had you on the show for a couple of times now, Eric, and we always, every time we have you on, the game seems to have changed immensely.
Yeah, a lot of that is also like undoing stuff I did previously. Unbreaking stuff that I broke, so, you know, par for the course.
You definitely have a reputation, though, at least in my little circle, of every time I see, like, oh, there's an update to Disco Dodgeball. Yep, they changed everything again. It's like, oh, we've redone all the lighting, the textures. You even, like, I wanted to ask, like, you moved it over to the Unreal 5 engine recently as well.
The Unity 5.
Unity 5, that's what I meant. Unity 5.
But yeah, and that was like a month, because that update, I thought it'd be like, oh, I get some nice free, like, cool lighting effects with that. Turns out it broke it's called the wheel collider, and that is the like the critical component to like a unicycle robot.
Yeah, I remember.
And so like the robot would not move, would not turn, was just like flopping all over the place. So then I had to like rebuild all the way that the physics worked and try to get it as close as possible to how it did before. And so that's why that update took a while.
Yeah, I remember that tweet. You were saying you're working on it for what? I don't know if it was 20 hours.
Well, yeah, like there was one point where like I had sometimes when you're building a game, like you go down this path, like you think that's going to be the solution, and you reach a point where you think, you know, I could keep hammering on this and still fail and have to like try Plan B, and you kind of have to decide at some point that you're gonna like, all right, like this is not the way to do it, and then like you know. Throw away those last however many hours. And I think I did that like 3 or 4 times. I'd like switched back and forth. I was like, well, maybe I should try A again and then B again. And so that was not a good month. That was very frustrating, but finally got it to work, and you know, I think it's been worthwhile. But the lighting engine is also very new. There's a lot of stuff that I wasn't familiar with, and that's gonna, even like today I put out a beta build that has a couple new tweaks to the lighting and textures. So, you know, if I knew what I was doing, I'm sure I'd be able to do it all a little bit faster, but I get to learn as I go, so
yeah,
that's
definitely
fun.
So I've started a room. It's the AVG room, so just AVG space room.
I see.
Whenever anybody wants to join it, be my guest. I have the bots off right now, but I mean, if we, depending on how many people we have, we can always turn bots on too. What did I want to ask? Actually, before we really get too in depth, for the people, the 1 or 2 people on the internet that haven't heard of Disco Dodgeball, would you mind giving a quick synopsis of what the game is?
Sure. So it's a first-person shooter, except your only weapon is dodgeballs. You only have that one ammo. You have to scramble to grab a ball. So it's all projectile warfare. It's all one hit, one kill. And then you're playing it in a dance club with these little unicycle robots on basically roller skates. So it all makes a weird kind of has internal logic that makes sense, and you kind of just have to play it to know like why that all works. It just like the sliding around plus the projectiles is a really fun combo. And it almost plays a little more like Mario Kart than Quake, you know, because you really have to get into almost like a skateboarding kind of flow, and keep your speed up and keep dodging, just like that.
It's really quite interesting too. I've always loved this game, and I loved watching it evolve as we kind of went on with like the power-ups and that kind of stuff too. And one of the favorite additions I have had to play is the arcade mode, which I don't know how many hours I've spent in the arcade mode trying to get the top scores and that kind of thing. So, what was some of the inspirations in that when you were thinking of like the different game modes you wanted to have in it?
So I think I knew going in that if it was a multiplayer only game, it just wouldn't work, you know? Like even something like Evolve, which probably had like $100 billion of PR behind it, is kind of struggling to maintain its multiplayer community, right? So I kind of knew, like, I mean, just from being in the industry and like seeing how multiplayer games work and how hard they are, and trying to build a couple myself, that it needed some kind of meaty single-player component, or else you wouldn't attract those kind of people that maybe don't want to play multiplayer. And of course, you run that risk of people say like, "Oh, I like multiplayer games, but you never know if the community is going to live or die, so I'll just not buy it until I see the community take off," which means then nobody buys it, and then the community never takes off. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. And that's kind of what I call the indie multiplayer curse. And there have been just a ton of games that launched and they tried all kinds of different things and just never found that audience. So there were a couple things that I added specifically to avoid that. And one of them was like, yes, gotta have some single-player stuff. So that's arcade mode. That's like the biggest part of that, and it's kind of like, even though I don't play a lot of Binding of Isaac, it's almost like closest to that, because you're every time you play it, you get a different set of power-ups. You know, you can actually get hit 5 times, but after that, you have to start over from the beginning. There's little bosses, and the idea is like the different combinations of power-ups make you change your strategy going in. So I thought that would give it a little bit of depth that, you know, maybe the multiplayer doesn't quite have, because I got to keep things a little more balanced. You can't like slow down time in multiplayer and like have EMP dodgeballs in multiplayer. So
I felt a little bit discouraged the first time I played it, only because of the fact that I was just sucking so bad, and I'm like, oh, these guys got to be like a decent level, and you're like, no, they start at 0.5 for their level. Oh yeah, so it turns out I suck.
You start with one bot on difficulty 0 just to get you warmed up, but it does ramp up pretty quick, so you know, don't feel too bad.
I do actually usually relate it when people ask me to much like a roguelike style game. And it's a really neat little kind of added point to the game. But I wanted to talk about launch too, because the last time you were on here, we were still talking about beta and what was going to happen for launch, etc., etc. And what was the linchpin when you finally pulled the trigger and said, "All right, we're launched"?
I think I had like a set of features that I knew, you know, this has got to be in. You know, it's got to be up to a certain level of visual quality, and got to have these game modes and these levels and these kind of server features. I mean, I still have a to-do list that's a mile long, but it's all kind of like, you know, minor stuff or stuff that's come up since launch. You know, stuff like Steam Workshop, like that can wait until after launch. That doesn't have to be right at the start. So you know, just so to make sure that I launched at some point in, you know, this decade, I had to just cut it off at some point and say like, this is the, you know, official full game, and all that stuff can be done as post-launch support. And that's kind of one of the benefits of a multiplayer game, is that people, in a way, they kind of expect the game to be updated over time and get better, and that gives them reason to come back. So with a single-player game, you kind of need the game like 100% done at launch. And so this gave me a little more flexibility to update it after launch.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I think, yeah, that's kind of how I approached it, and picked a date when there wasn't a lot of AAA games launching. and just pull the trigger.
Yeah, that's smart. And yeah, go ahead, Ryan. Sorry.
Really quickly, what's my score right now?
Let's see.
You can hit tab.
14.
Okay, because it says I'm at 2 points right now.
Oh yeah, no, your score is 2.
Oh,
You've
yeah,
only
that's
done 2
my
checkpoints.
Okay. Oh.
This is Grand Prix, so you want to hit those checkpoints.
Ah.
You know, and that's
That might be the problem. I've never actually played this before.
yeah. This is basically a Mario Kart mode where you hit the checkpoints, and if you don't know how to power slide, by right now you hold down the right mouse button and press forward when you're turning, and that'll basically drift around corners and charge up your boost a little faster. And so it's basically a game about drifting around the course and hitting all those checkpoints, trying to maintain as top speed as possible. But of
So
course,
here I am just playing a game.
Yeah.
Not the right one.
Well, you were playing defense. Someone's got to attack the other players.
Yeah, exactly.
Except there's a free-for-all.
This one is free for all.
So this is a little more straightforward, I'd say.
Yeah. Golden ball, shoot it. Know what's going on now. Not a dummy. Really, I'm not.
And it is free-for-all hoop, so you can shoot the ball into either red or blue hoop.
Ah.
Well then, let's get this.
Oh, are you kidding me?
It helps when you know what the goal is.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's a lot easier.
No! Apparently I'm not good at this game. Just so you know. I'm kind of rusty.
Well, yeah, and it's a streaky game too. You get into a certain flow, and then sometimes you can't hit anything. It just happens.
Yep.
Like baseball players, you get into a rut.
Oh,
So
yeah.
tell us a little bit about launch. Like how this is going to be silly because I'm sure everybody's asked you, but how stressful was it, or how did you ensure that you had a successful launch on Steam?
So actually, a couple things. I mean, it's kind of a mix of the effort you put in for the year and a half before launch of getting people talking about it and trying to do updates. So, the public development schedule, like that's part of PR. That's part of raising awareness, and so that's part of it. I also partnered with a local guy from Boston, Will Brierly, and he made Soda Drinker Pro.
Oh man,
that's your radar.
Yeah, I know him.
So he also has a PR company, and I hired him to basically help connect with the media, because that's still one really big kind of missing component for me is connections with writers and blogs. And he was able to get the game into Wired and PC Gamer and a couple mentions in Rock Paper Shotgun and other places. And so that was kind of the 1 or 2 months leading up to it. And then during launch itself, like that week, you kind of just cross your fingers and hope that you get a couple breaks your way. And so one of those in particular was Total Biscuit. So I know, because I'm watching games at launch and how well they're doing, and if he does a video of a game, it can make a huge difference. Some people watch YouTubers like for the fun of like watching them scream at the game, but people watch Total Biscuit because they want recommendations on what to buy. So if he recommends your game, that means a lot, and that actually triggers a lot of sales. Whereas sometimes, someone with 2 million subscribers does a video and it doesn't actually do anything for you, in terms of like immediate sales that way. So I was like, I'd love to get a Total Biscuit video. Like, I kind of emailed their press contact a little bit before, didn't hear back. And one day I woke up and he had done a WTF, and like that was exactly what I wanted, one of those videos. And it turns out that he and his wife had been just randomly going through Steam trailers because his wife has a show called Snark Tank, where they check out trailers and like kind of make fun of them because usually there's some ridiculous trailers there. And I guess they had clicked on Disco Dodgeball because how can you not, click on that name? And I guess he was interested enough to take a look, and he liked it and did a video. And he was very positive about it. And so it's like such a random chance. Like none of the PR that I did made any difference in terms of him seeing it that day.
Yeah.
Right? It was just total luck. And of course, making a choice about the game name, which is meant to like get clicks, and that worked.
Yeah.
So like, I'll count that too. And that made a huge difference. Like that probably doubled what my sales would have been, like based on how they were trending and stuff. So
interesting. Because I remember we were watching it when you first launched on Steam, and you were up in the top 10 for like popular new releases and new games and that for a good solid week and a half or so, which was incredible for you.
Yeah, that so they have. I was also really fortunate to launch like after the Discovery update, so that's when Steam kind of rebuilt their front page. Because before that, that front list would kind of just get dominated by random DLC from like games you don't own, and like you can disappear in an hour, and then you're done, and then there's your launch. And so they retooled that and basically allowed you to get a little more front page exposure based on how you're doing. And I guess as your game sells better, then they start pushing you up into better tiers of those promotional spots.
Oh,
and so they reward winners. You need to prove that your game will sell something, and then they'll start giving you a little more exposure, and then it sells more. And so yeah, I think the combination of like some of the press coverage and all the audience I'd built up over the past year and a half helped make it not disappear immediately. It got that first little wave of downloads, and then after that it seems like, all right, let's give you some banners, and it did pretty well from there. So but it was really nerve-wracking because when you launch this thing and it's out, and like you do the big announcement, and the first like 2 hours or so, it was like this tiny trickle, and then it actually went down. I was like, oh man, like that was my launch, like that's all I'm gonna get. And it's just, I was like, I'm just like, not like wasted a year and a half, but it's like this was my chance. Like this was, if you don't have a good launch, like then your whole trajectory forever is way lower.
Yeah.
And I was super depressed, and but I guess like that was in the first couple hours when it's still kind of climbing up the charts and climbing up those feature spots. So it obviously did a lot better after that point. But like as soon as I saw it like drop after 2 hours out, I'm like, oh, I was so bummed. It worked out pretty well, so.
Oh, I'm glad.
Did you see any difference when Markiplier played it? I know that he had some issues with the game when he tried.
So he's played it a couple times, and I think I'm trying to think which one. Like sometimes there was a live stream, and he might not have been able to play it for some reason. I forget. I think he got like a blank screen when he tried to launch it.
Yeah.
But other times he's played it, and they have been able to do it. Good game, by the way.
Yeah,
Thank you.
GG.
Oh, you're only at level 133, huh?
Yeah, I know, jeez.
So yeah, he covered it back in like really early access, like when the bots were still rectangles on wheels, and that was kind of the first time it really broke out of this tiny little niche. So I credit him with kind of lifting it off the ground. But like, for better or worse, and it's not like his job or anything, there hasn't been a lot of coverage. Like he didn't do like a launch video of it, which would have been awesome, particularly because a lot of his viewers are now aware of it because he's played it on some live streams.
Yeah, definitely.
But you can't expect that, and you can't like, you take what you can, and like a bunch of YouTubers that I didn't count on did cover it. So, and it's just with someone like that, like he has now 6 million subscribers, and like you try to tweet at him, and it's just like a flood of people freaking out, fan, like crazy fan behavior at him. So it's like you can't get through that wall of noise, and in a way you don't even want to like bother him about it, because then you'd be like, oh man, now I got like developers like bothering me about doing stuff, and it's kind of a balance you got to walk between like being persistent and being annoying. And I usually, probably to my detriment, lead to I'll just leave him alone when I maybe I should be a little more persistent.
Yeah, that makes sense. You know, it's we have some people that are in that world, and it's almost like a crapshoot that you manage to get a hold of the develop or the big YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You just gotta like. I think what I found at the very start was I talked to like a bunch of small and medium channels, because some of the big channels, like, they watch what those channels are playing. They look for ideas there. So instead of trying to contact them directly, you actually just try to like get other YouTubers to play it. And I think that's how like Northern Lion found it, and then I think once he played it, then other people picked up on it. So I still to this day have no idea how Markiplier found out about it, but I'm gonna bet it was from just watching someone else play it on YouTube. Like, I mean, I didn't even know he existed, honestly, like, before he covered it. I'm like, who's this Markiplier guy? I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Third place. Oof, I gotta work on that.
I've been playing probably about an hour a day for the last, like, 2 months.
Oh, good.
I love this game so hard.
Well, hopefully some of the updates have been working out for you then. So have you been able to collect any of those crafting components?
I have been collecting a few of them. I haven't delved into crafting too much yet.
Yeah. So that was something new I added, and it's just kind of a little fun metagame thing. I know I like collecting stuff.
Yeah.
Is this another one of your social experiments?
Kind of. It's a tough balance, because if you layer on too much of that stuff, you kind of like detract from the game. But if it's a fun little bonus on the side and gets people playing more often and rewards people for playing a lot, you know, that's kind of how I see the benefits there. So as you play, you collect these little crafting components. You collect a set of 5. You can craft a advanced component, collect a set of those, and then you get a random cosmetic. So those are workshop items that I've added. Right now there's just a couple like particle effects and what I call on-fire effects when you're on a 5-kill streak. Your bot right now catches on fire, but you can get like a Tron light trail and some other stuff I added. And eventually it'll be you know, hats, new robot wheels,
That's so cool.
decals, different faces, different sunglasses. That's what the workshop is for, so players can submit their own hats and faces, and then they'll show up as randomly crafted cosmetics. And if people like sell them on the Steam market, there's a little transaction bonus that then goes back to the creator. So this is kind of how people make a bunch of money making hats in TF2 and Dota. And so hopefully enough people like start, you know, buying and trading this stuff that it becomes actually lucrative to make and sell stuff in the game. You know, that's kind of the goal. And you know, and then all of a sudden you have a ton of content because you have an army of people making hats for you, right? So that's where I'd love to take it. I need a lot more players before that's like actually viable.
Yeah. That's cool.
At the same time, like if you kind of need the content first before you get the players, so it's kind of this chicken egg thing.
Oh,
this way I get to kind of test out the systems to make sure like the crafting works and that like, you know, the workshop integration stuff works, and so far it's been working out pretty well.
I actually wanted to chat about Steam Workshop too, because that's a really kind of neat idea. Though you've given me a new goal in that I need a Tron light trail.
And so what I think might happen is like someone crafts that and they don't want it, and then they can trade you. If you get a particle effect that you don't want, you're like, well, I'll trade you this, you know, this hat for that Tron light trail.
Yeah.
And you could trade it with stuff from other games too. So if like someone has, or if you have a game, if you have an item from TF2, like a weapon they want, you can be like, all right, I'll trade you a TF2 hat for this Disco Dodgeball trail. And that's like the really cool thing about Steam inventory. And that's a brand new thing that they just launched for third-party titles. And only like maybe as far as I know, like 2, 3, 4 games have it there. So right on the cutting edge here.
Interesting.
In fact, it's so cutting edge. There's some big bug split. Can't actually trade items right now, but hopefully that's getting fixed this week. Like all the code is there, like all the everything is set up that it would work. It just doesn't. And yeah, so that should be fixed soon. But that's
so
kind of
frustrating.
The pros and cons of trying out new stuff.
Well, it's good that you're continuing to work on it. It means that you actually have devotion and you actually enjoy the game as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I would love if there were 1,000 people playing right now, but there's enough new people coming into the game all the time that it's worth my time to keep updating it. And I still think with a good combination of updates and a couple more sales, I can start ticking up the player base to where I think it either needs to be or should be, or where I think it deserves to be. So it's just the early access thing made it a little tough because I had interest, but and they played for 6 to 8 months, as you do for a game, and then you kind of forget about the game and move on to something else. So in a way, spreading out the users has kind of made it that there's not as many concurrent as I would like. And so my problem is always trying to get them all coming back, and that's why I'm opening updates, give people incentive to check out the game again.
Yeah, it's kind of a crazy world with all the games available to the average consumer. And it's how do you keep them from the other 18,000 games that come out every other day?
Yeah. So in a way, you're not just competing for their dollars when you launch. You're competing for their time, particularly with a multiplayer game.
Mm-hmm.
Every time someone's playing this, they're not playing TF2, they're not playing Dota, they're not playing GTA. And I noticed when GTA 5 came out on PC, huge drop in player counts.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's because that game was sucking up everyone's time. I mean, It makes sense. It's a good game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a super hyped game. So that's kind of maybe the downside to a multiplayer game is that you have to constantly find ways to keep people in it. So you can never relax.
So all we're saying is this is Dodgeball MLG League 2015.
Yeah, that's one of the ways. That's something I definitely want to look into is actual competitive scene. And I haven't had the time to set up tournaments and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know that there were a fair amount of tournaments going on back in the early access stages.
Yeah.
Oh, I had that one.
Yeah, I think there is. Someone mentioned there was a freeze, and there is, I think, a freeze in this version, which is scary because I've never had a freeze like that on Windows. So I broke something at some point. It's been fine for me this session so far, but it's always those freezes are scary. You're like, oh man, what did I break?
Oh yeah, totally.
Reproduce.
Yeah.
So just talking about the tournaments, one big roadblock for me was I wanted to have an actually compelling reward for people that won the tournaments. And before, I didn't have anything to give them, but now that we have items, I can grant them a special item or an exclusive blue ribbon badge or something that you can only win from tournaments. And so I think now that I have the item stuff in, then I can start focusing more on that aspect.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. It must be difficult too, because you have and always have been, and I'm sure always will be, one developer making this game. So making the game must be hard enough, but you're also doing the PR, and you're trying to think about doing competitive play and that kind of thing. Which with other games, that's an entire team is dedicated to each one of those individually.
Yeah, and that's maybe why some things take longer than they could, or why I haven't been able to do competitive stuff. So in a way, that is kind of a and plus knowing that there's this time pressure to keep feeding stuff into the community, it's kind of nerve-wracking to know that every day you spend fixing a bug is oh, that's time I could have been building workshop stuff or could have been organizing a tournament. So hopefully, I think my goal is now that the workshop's up, that I can start relying on the community a little more to generate some new content, right? Like if I can build a little thing that allows people to make new game modes on their own, or build levels, or like I said, like just build cosmetics, I've got the systems all in place so that, you know, over the next several months, people can feed in content like that. And you know, hopefully, you know, they're incentivized to do that as well for various reasons. And that way the game will stay updated. And I would love to set up a system too where like a community member can organize a tournament on their own and then hand out rewards and all that stuff. Basically just like turn over as many of the levers as possible to the community and let them kind of drive things for a bit.
Was there ever a thought of actually adding a team to this game so that you wouldn't be totally up your butt for doing everything?
I don't know. I think I've had offers from people. It's usually just like pretty random people on Twitter or Reddit. It's like, hey, can I help you build your game? My general attitude is that it would take longer to like bring them up to speed. And to manage them and to make sure they have work to do, and then the legal work and the, you know, and then finding a way to pay them.
Yeah, the sharing of assets is one of the big things, I guess.
Yeah, so I felt like it would always be just more work than it's worth. Of course, if you never go through that step, then you never, right? Like it's more work up front, but eventually it starts paying off. And I've never gotten to that point. I kind of like it though. Like this way, I just get to do kind of what I want and work on what I think is important at that particular time. You know, and I enjoy it for the most part. Menus aren't fun to work on, but so it's kind of like more of a lifestyle business, I'd say. Like as long as I can like keep working on the game, kind of like the Dwarf Fortress pair of brothers.
Yeah,
like, they've been building this one game for 10 years, and that's all they do. And yeah, things have gone slower than if they had a whole team of 20 people, but you know, they get to do what they want.
And enjoy it too.
And enjoy it. So I think that's kind of how I'm seeing it. That like maybe it's not the most optimal, efficient way, but I don't want to run a business, like, and I don't want to manage a team. That's just not what I'm doing. That's not why I got into this. So.
You're doing it for the love.
Yep.
And the freedom, I assume.
Yeah. So the other thing coming up is that my wife and I are expecting a kid in about a month.
Oh, wow.
If things go according to plan.
Yeah.
And so that's another big reason why I want to make sure that the game. Oh, did you tab out? Are you the?
Yeah. No, that's my bad. Sorry.
Okay. No problem. That because of some Unity bug that stops the game update loop, and then people don't respawn.
Oh.
Anyway, so obviously with the kid, I'm going to be very busy. I wanted to make sure that the game would kind of sustain itself for a while, and hopefully that's what the workshop's going to do. That there'll be people kind of stuff and keeping the game fresh, even if I'm not there working on it full time.
I like that idea too of having the community allow this multiplayer game to become almost like a living, breathing thing.
Nice.
Oh! 3 rounds in a row.
Nice.
Yeah. Alright, back to the Grand Prix.
Now I can actually figure out how this works.
This is a tiny arena for a Grand Prix.
Yeah, it'll be fast. Yeah, and I think that's where I want to take it, because someday I'd like to work on another game, and I think in order to keep this game alive, I need to just open up some tools for the community. So long term, that's definitely where I'm headed, and most of the features I'm working on are trying to achieve that goal. Plus, with a multiplayer game, like a lot of the really popular multiplayer games, they have a huge community-driven element. Like Dota and TF2, CS:GO, like they all have like really big workshop components, and Valve talks a lot about how that is really important for players, for the really, really passionate fans, give them something to do, help them contribute to the game, players, that kind of stuff. So if you're making a single player game, you know, it's maybe not quite as important. But I think after this game, I think I want to build a single player game after this. Like as fun as it's been, like there's a lot of annoying issues about you know, this constant struggle to keep players you know, in the game, and worrying, you know, dealing with a forum post that's like, oh, there's like, they're expecting like 10,000 online players at the same time, and they're like, where's all the players? This game's dead. Yeah. It's like, so dealing with that, and people from, I had someone from like central Saskatchewan complaining about the netcode.
Oh, jeez.
Probably your internet. And you know, I mean, it's. I guess they should expect a smooth experience. It's just funny that that's where they lay the blame, right? So it's stuff like that that makes me think, like, man, I don't really want to deal with these issues anymore. I've mostly built multiplayer games so far in my career, and I'd love to just focus on a fun single player game after this. Solve a different set of problems.
So do you have any ideas in your head?
That was my next question too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know how much I want to spill the beans quite yet.
No worries.
Yeah, we don't care if you don't want to give any spoilers.
Yeah, I think I got a couple ideas. One is definitely kind of the leading idea right now. I think it could be a really good. You know, I can't build a game that has like a ton of narrative or like content, like where it has like 100 levels, you know, and they all need unique art. Like that's just not the kind of game I can build as a solo developer. But this game would be a really good system and something that you could play for a long time. Hopefully, if I build it if I build it right, and if it matches, you know, what's in my head. So.
Nice.
I'd love to work on that, but there's still a ton of work to do first on this. I gotta get it to that kind of self-sustaining point.
Oh, nothing wrong with that. Yin is saying maybe allow bots when there's no people online, but you can have bots in this game, Yin. We just have them turned off right now.
Yeah, we can have up to 12 players, and it gets pretty insane. In fact, putting 12 bots up to hard, yeah, that's pretty intense.
So I remember in one of the earlier times that you were on the show, you were talking about how it was really difficult to try and program the bots, not to, like, you know, play the game or whatever, but to be more human, to try and make them stupid. So
yeah.
in the end, how did you end up like getting that done? Because I know there are different levels of bots that you have now.
Yes. So you do, no matter what, you want their pathfinding to be good. Because if they just run into walls, nobody wants that. Because then when you get a kill, it's like, well, that was a cheap kill because they were just standing next to a wall. So you want at least that working well. And that I use a third-party plugin for, which is a great thing about Unity. Although maybe Unreal would just have that working from scratch, I don't know. So at the very least, it's something I didn't need to build myself, and I'm very thankful because I would have no idea what I'm doing. So that has to work. They're pretty good at, like, you know, when it comes to just finding a ball, like it's just, you know, look for the nearest ball. But sometimes there are interesting questions with that. So in a mode like this, deathmatch, it's easy, just find closest ball and go for it.
Yeah.
But what if the ball is behind them? You know, what if they don't know that ball is there? Like, should they have omnipotence like that? They also have to know if a teammate is going for a ball, to not go for the same ball. And that's easy because you can just say, like, is another player, like, is that their target ball? It's a little harder to know if a human teammate is going for that ball. And you kind of have to say, like, okay, is a human looking at this direction? Do they not have a ball? Are they heading towards this ball? If so, then I'll pick a different one. So it has to do that. And that even easy bots need to know that because humans don't like a ball stolen by a teammate when they're, like, obviously. That's, like, super frustrating. So a lot of the skill of the bots comes down to how quickly they can kind of find and switch targets, and of course how good their aim is going to be. So they have to lead targets just like humans, and there's a little bit of math there, and you can just basically add a little fuzz factor to randomize that value, and you kind of randomize it based on how far away they are and how fast the target is moving. Because just like a human, you're much less likely to hit a fast target than one that's stationary. So an easy bot will hit you if you're standing perfectly still, but as soon as you start moving, that's when that fuzz factor gets a little bigger. So that's kind of the big thing, like, is just the aim, and just general like awareness, to know like something has to be within a certain cone of vision before they'll respond to it and target a player. So I think I also cheated a bit, and easy bots actually move a little bit slower, because it's hard to hit a fast moving target, and fast moving bots can kill a lot more players. So I just like decrease their motor speed, and that actually makes them a lot more fun to play against if you just want kind of easy noob bots. So.
So that is a lot of thinking that goes into like just even the bots, which is something that the game doesn't necessarily have a primary focus on.
Right.
So it kind of makes me wonder, like, besides the overall, the what you wanted as a design of the game, where did you start with all this?
I think the very first thing was just the dodgeball. So the roller skates came a little bit later in the prototype. I think I knew that I wanted a game where you're throwing dodgeballs. Like that was the key bit. And I had a little prototype where you're in just a blank room, and I was tossing the ball against the wall and catching it, and just like you can kind of entertain yourself with a tennis ball in a wall, or when you're and you're bored, like it's so something to do. I was like, this is weirdly fun. Like, nice catch. Like I was having a lot of fun just with this physics ball in this room, and that was kind of what made me realize that there was, if your game is fun when there's no content and no objective and nothing to do, that's a good sign. And then I just added the wheel later as kind of an experiment, just to see. I don't know, like as a player, I felt like I wanted to fly off ramps, and with standard as a human, you can't do that. So I was like, I don't know, I'll give it a shot, and I feel like that gives you a little momentum. It helps you lead your targets a little better that you couldn't do if you had instant Quake-style back-and-forth movement. And sometimes that turns players off at the start because it feels slippery or imprecise, but I think usually after 5-10 minutes, it starts becoming fun when you get the hang of sliding around. It's a little bit of a skill element, and I think people do appreciate that.
Well, I know, like, one of
the skill shots are even more fun to pull off. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, one of the classic physics shooters was, like, Tribes 2, and now, like, Tribes Ascend, where they also have a bit of a skate mechanic.
Yeah. And
their shots do have a bit of the physics, and that's what makes them popular. And, so it's cool to see in something like indie like Disco Dodgeball to have that more hardcore kind of physics-based combat. Because it's not like get the head in the crosshairs, click and hit, like you would in like Call of Duty or something like that.
Right.
So it adds a really interesting element.
Yeah. It's definitely a differentiating factor, and I was very aware going into it that you need some special thing about your game to get people to notice it. And I didn't think that Dodgeball on its own, was that sit up and take notice kind of level of factor. And that was one of the things that really triggered that idea for a wheel in my head. Was like, now I've got roller skate movements. You're just kind of sliding around. You're doing like 360 no scopes off ramps. It was just like this really fun thing that hadn't really been done before, and to me it felt like that was a little bit of extra, spice. It would give me a reason to talk about the game and give people a reason to take a look at it. I guess in a way, like you could think of it as gimmicky, but to me, like a gimmick is more like something that doesn't have a value other than standing out. And to me, the weeks like actually make the gameplay a lot better, and they're also something kind of fun and different to talk about.
I'd much more think of it as like a feature rather than anything else.
It is tough with a name like this, and the whole thing sounds ridiculous. So I think even like Total Biscuits, in his like Steam curator review, he says, don't be fooled by the gimmicky title. This game actually has substance or something along those lines. And so in a way, I'm almost battling that stigma of feeling like a gimmick game when it is actually like, I would think, something a little more meaningful. It's not Gone Home or anything, but it's not
Nothing's
just
gone home.
a one gimmick game.
Yeah.
Nice. Have you won every match so far?
No, Giant Lab won the last one, but I won.
I didn't. Eric
Yeah,
did.
I did. Oh, Eric did. That's right.
Okay.
That's right. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of this.
So, like, in a way, like, the name kind of cuts both ways there.
Yeah.
Where it does get more people to click on it, but maybe then they're like, oh, well, this looks, it's silly. But I think the other, like, funny thing maybe about the way the game is set up is it's clearly not Call of Duty. And so people that might want to play Call of Duty, they don't even download it. They just immediately, ignore it, which in a way is good. Because like it kind of self-selects people that enjoy the game and also aren't going to be jerks to each other, which has been, I think, a very nice thing. Mm-hmm. So on one hand, it's like, well, I'd love more sales, but then maybe the community would have self-destructed a long time ago, or it would just get a lot more negative reviews because people think it's Call of Duty and it's clearly not. So I think people that buy this game, they know exactly what they're getting, and that's what's led to a lot of the positive reviews. So that's one benefit of having a strong identity like this.
Mm-hmm. In our very first interview, I remember one of the things that we talked about was how much time and effort you actually put into trying to garner like a good community where it's not a lot of negativity, even though it's a shooter game and games like this can have a reputation for bad communities. How do you find that has translated after launch?
I think it's held up pretty well. I still think, given that the player base is decent sized, that I've had a much smaller share of hackers and harassers and just general people being jerks. I did recently add a moderator ability, so I picked a couple people that I trusted that have hundreds of hours in the game and that I've personally communicated with a lot about the game. I hooked them up as basically moderator flags, and they can ban someone from a room, they can kick someone or mute someone.
Oh, cool.
And I think that helps in a couple edge cases, but I don't think they're even like that busy. I think every now and then you get someone, but I have enough people that are users that are friends with me on Steam, and they say, hey, there's this person in this room that's acting like a jerk, and I'll just step into that room real quick and be like, knock it off, or I'll just kick them, if I can tell they're not open to like having a discussion. So, sorry, I lost my channel.
No, not at all. You're definitely the first developer that I have personally met that takes such an interest in his own community that like you'll go into the room specifically to either talk to problem cases or try and alleviate the situation.
Yeah. Well, it's an easy thing I can do, and I think what I'm worried about is if you let one person kind of destroy a room or set. I'm worried about like them setting a standard or an expectation, and then other people, like basically people will act according to the community, and if they see other people all trash talking each other, then they're gonna start trash talking too. And so that's why I'm very, very eager to like kind of stamp that stuff out as soon as I see it. And I think in a way, like now that the example is kind of there, that helps perpetuate itself of people being like, oh, you know, nice shot, and instead of saying screw you.
Is little features like the kudos system, is that kind of to help the community in that way?
Yeah, that's the same idea. Like, it doesn't do anything other than give people like a really easy tool to say, like, you know, nice shot. I mean, it is stat tracked, but it doesn't give you anything. You don't even really see that anywhere, so it's just one thing. When new player coming in, all of a sudden sees everyone giving each other kudos, and they're like, oh, I guess this is a game where you do that kind of thing. And I think it's a tiny feature, but probably makes a big difference for people. So
I have one question for you. It's a recent thing that Steam's been talking about. It's the trading of game keys for upvotes on Greenlight. What's your opinion on that?
Yeah, I think I saw some people doing that, and it sounds like it's actually almost like a. It's one thing to say, like, hey, like, I want players for my game, like, here's a bunch of keys, you should go check it out, you know, because you have to get someone playing your game somehow, right? And I think at the beginning, that's what I did. I was like, hey, like, I'm going to go on this subreddit and give out a bunch of keys and be like, by the way, it's on Greenlight. If it's your kind of thing, like, go vote for it. And I think that, obviously, I think that is fine. I don't think that's breaking any rules. I think what they're talking about specifically was sites where it was almost like enforced, where you'd be like, okay, go click on this, and you will get a Steam key when you're done. Or like, you'll be signed up, and then you'll get a Steam key once it's greenlit.
Oh, interesting.
And that becomes, I think, a lot more ethically sketchy, because then it's very much like a quid pro quo.
Yeah.
Where there's this expectation of votes, or like votes up front before you've even played the game. And I think, ultimately, I see why they clamped down on that, because some stuff's getting through Greenlight that's questionable. There's obviously other ways that people are kind of getting around the system in Greenlight, via vote bots and stuff. Give me, sorry, 1 second. I need to go in a couple of minutes. I guess we have a leak in our bathroom, but I can finish up this conversation.
Oh, fun.
I think, I mean, ultimately, though, like, it's getting onto Steam itself is no longer the guarantee of anything at all. Like, if you haven't built up awareness and you don't have that demand when you launch, no one's going to buy your game. And so it's almost like silly to think like, oh, if I can just get these votes to get through Greenlight, I'll be on Steam and I'll have made it. In a way, you're kind of sabotaging your own efforts, because Greenlight is kind of an excuse to build up, to practice your PR and get the word out. And if all of a sudden you launch on Steam and no one's actually played your game, you're not going to sell any games. So not only is it kind of ethically gray, I think it's ultimately to their detriment, and instead it should be more like practice your PR, find the pitch that's going to get people to play it, like find ways to get it in front of YouTubers, you know, polish your game and work on the concept until it's strong enough that it'll pick up on its own. And that's, to me, that's how you get through Greenlight.
Yeah, I remember when when I first met you, for example, I don't know exactly what the details were, but I remember that I don't know if you contacted me or I contacted you, but I know that I saw your name or the game through a bunch of for a group of people that I was dealing with at the time, and that sort of caught me into it. And I actually think it was you that contacted me, and then I mentioned that I was going to be, you know, how much I liked the game, and I was going to be playing it on stream, and then you gave me a bunch of keys, and then, like, it was never for any votes, it was just for gaining some attention to the game in general.
Right.
And I thought that was a great idea.
Yeah, and, you know, even though if the objective is the same, to, like, you want to raise awareness and get votes, like, it's a little less, you know, direct. and it has that benefit of also generating awareness and not just getting that one single vote. So that's I guess that's how I see it. And, you know, Greenlight's not a perfect system. I mean, I think you have to have something, because otherwise you would get flooded with, like, joke games and stuff like that. I don't know what's going to happen with it eventually. I know at least the voting threshold is a lot lower now. You might only need like 3,000 or 4,000 instead of, I think I needed 15,000, and before that you needed like 80,000. Now the first batch needed that many, so
Wow.
it's
crazy.
kind of evolving over time, I guess, and I don't know what Steam's gonna do. Like they're in a tough spot, and they've got a lot of people to try and please at the same time, so I don't envy their position at all. So I actually need to run because I think my bathroom is leaking pretty bad.
Okay.
I need to like put some buckets out.
Yeah.
It's 8 o'clock, so you fulfilled your hour.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, thank you for being a part of this again, and you know, we're always fun. It's always fun having you back whenever there's something new or interesting, or even when you decide to get your next game up and off the ground. And be glad to have you back.
Yeah, I'll definitely run it by you guys when I got something to show. So
Yeah.
thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Have fun, Eric.
All right, just catch you guys later. Bye.
You know what we did today? That was pretty amazing.
Played a lot of Disco Dodgeball.
That too, but more the fact that we have matured in our own rights playing this game. Because you remember, for the longest time, with us, we would just be making the stupidest noises.
I was gonna bring that up. I didn't.
We'd come of age with this game. Before we were all like, now we're just like focused like a laser beam.
Yep. So, we don't have a second guest tonight. Our second guest, unfortunately, had to reschedule. He let us know yesterday, so we'll have him on later, probably in June. But why don't you and I chat a little bit about Disco Dodgeball? Because, I mean, this game is really special to me, because this is one of the first games that I remember you really having a lot of contact with the developer. And, why don't you tell us the story of, like, how you and Eric got together?
Oh, you know, it was ages ago, but back in the, like, honestly, what happened was I was just a part of this group of streamers and YouTubers, mostly streamers, and one of them posted a link to, well, first of all, they just mentioned the name Robot Roller Derby Disco Dodgeball, and that alone was like, what?
It's so catching.
Yeah, so that alone made me go, oh, I'm intrigued now. And then someone pointed me to the trailer for it, and just that, I go onto it, I'm like, oh shit, this thing's amazing. And I don't know if I tried to contact him or if I ended up getting an email or just like him following me on Twitter or something, but that's how it kind of started. And I told him how much I liked the game, and it kind of went from there. And he gave me, yeah, I don't know what happened, but I know that at one point, I think he started off with giving me 5 keys, you know, whatever. And then one day, you know, after a little while of me hanging out and, you know, talking to him about a couple things, we got to the point where I'm like, hey, well, I'm going to be playing this on stream. He's like, oh, really, you are? Well, here's 50 keys.
Oh, wow.
Or 25 or some large number.
Yeah.
So basically, he started helping me, you know, trying, you know, with promotion, and I was helping him with promotion. Because, you know, people love free stuff, and...
No, of course.
So that was just basically what happened. Then, when we established Average Giants, I'm like, this guy is the perfect match for the show.
But we've been very, very fortunate with Eric too, because like we've showed the game back when it was in its very first beta, before it was even on Steam.
Yeah.
When it was just the block people.
No, the exclamation marks.
The exclamation marks, sorry, yeah. And we were the first people that got to play it on Steam ever.
Yes, we were the very first, so we got
Which
those
was cool.
rights.
And we've had him quite a few times. We haven't lately. I wish we had more, like, leading up to launch, because there were, like, when he added new levels, he added new game types, he added new lighting, he added new music. And then, when he launched, he switched it from Unity 4 to Unity 5. It was just ridiculous. The amount of work that he's done on this game is astounding.
Yes, it's been pretty crazy.
Going on to some fun stuff. What is your favorite game type so far? I know we've been playing a lot tonight.
I've always been a guy that went for the point battles.
Oh, yeah.
Just because I always had extra fun doing those. And just the fact that you get to, you know, it's not just about hitting a person, it's about the style of hitting the person.
Yeah.
And that's the big thing, the style. So if you have a better grasp on, like, the trick shots, then you can just dominate. Or if you're just really good at hitting multiple people at once, that also helps.
I'll agree with you on that one now. I wouldn't have before, but I've been playing so much arcade mode lately. And if you do trick shots and stuff, you earn more money to get cooler stuff. So I've kind of forced myself to start learning more of the trick shots and everything just to do better in the arcade mode. Mm-hmm. It was kind of funny.
Yeah, I need to play more of that, but I really suck.
Yeah.
I really suck at it. I think I've made it to the first boss. No, the second boss.
Oh. Oh.
Possibly the second boss.
Oh, I see.
Not even. Like, I'm bad at it. It's just one of those things.
Oh, oh, oh! No! That would have been so cool.
What?
I almost made a really cool jump, but I didn't make it.
Okay. Dang it! There's always one ahead of me. Oh shoot! I went the wrong way.
Shit! Oh, you and me are tied.
No. Oh yeah. Where's the next
Blah,
one?
blah, blah.
Ah, did nothing. You just helped me. That's right. You helped me get to the next checkpoint.
You're welcome, then.
Leave me alone. Come on, we can do this. I can actually win something.
Crap! No!
You don't. No! No!
Oh, we're tied again, huh?
Yeah, but I don't know. I can get. If I get this. There you go. Oh, I went backwards. Come on.
Yeah! One more.
Damn it! Where'd it go?
I don't know where the last one is.
Oh yes!
No! Nicely done, sir.
Just remember,
Nicely done.
Better than me, from Archimar. Maybe. No, not really. Probably not. The good news about playing it during the show is that I actually am getting a level or two here and there. That's good. I need a.
What level are you? You're
level.
25. You're not bad. 25 is pretty good.
Yeah, I know. I was at 24. I'm saying I gained about half a level. Well, a level and a half. Yeah.
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
Shoot.
Whoa. Yeah, we should just get back to our old. Yeah. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Creow. I was trolling somebody else the other day. Like a loser.
In the game?
No, in a tabletop miniatures game.
Oh.
He was getting so mad. He was getting very salty.
Why do you do this? Especially live when he could actually beat you up.
I know, right? I'm a short, fat ginger. I ain't scared of nothing. I should be. I'm just not.
I'm usually good at this level. Like, I'm actually fairly decent at the smaller levels.
What you should try doing is actually aiming at me. Like that, see?
Nope. I just throw balls miscellaneously. Hope they connect. That's how I go. This is how we do. You should see how many. I should actually look and see how many. Whatchamahoozits I have. Quick draws.
Oh yeah. I have an achievement for catches, I think.
Oh god.
Oh, you lucky.
Yes,
Our balls hit each other.
Oh.
Now I'm all sore.
Mr. Giant Ball. You know what we never did at all? We did no ball jokes.
Not a single one. We're more mature. It's the more mature Giants in year 2.
No.
Season 2 of Giants.
Season 2 of the Giantses. I don't like where this is going, you know that, right?
What, Season 2?
Supposed to have pizzazz. Supposed to
Ah!
have pizzazz. Supposed to
All I'm
be zazz.
saying is there's streams with and without Zazz.
When all you do is get a helicopter with the birds. Okay.
When all you want to do. I saw him spinning in midair.
Oh
He
yeah.
didn't have a ball in his hands. So,
He's practicing.
oh yeah, there he goes.
Oh jeez.
Oh! Oh, he loosed the shot too.
Oh.
I should check out more of this crafting. I want the Tron light.
You want the light say the light?
I did. Did you see? Eric had it.
No.
Whenever he was on fire. Is it like a Tron cycle?
Oh, okay.
A Tron cycle.
Tron suit.
No. Tron cycle.
Well, I want a Daft Punk helmet.
I bet you do. You should talk to my friend Ian. He made one.
Yeah, I saw that. It was alright.
What? Alright. He did it really well.
I know he's better than I could ever do. Although I got to see somebody make like.
Oh, what you doing, Giant?
What am I doing? I'm jumping.
What you doing, Giant?
Why you can't Top Gun?
Yeah. Because we were both in the air.
Oh, that's how it was.
Yep.
Man, I should actually learn like what they mean. I've been playing.
Quiz me. I know quite a few of them.
Denied your helicopter. Why'd you avenge?
Because I caught the ball. Like I caught your ball. So the ball that you used to kill him with, I caught. Which counts for the avenge.
Oh man, did I not know any of these?
Seriously, if you wanna, if anybody wants to quiz me on what all the shots are.
He got a helicopter on me!
Oh!
Damn it! That's not the way you do things here.
For everyone watching, a helicopter is when you do a 360 in the air and then get a hit.
That's all he's trying to do right now.
Yeah. Oh, he got the flying squirrel. Flying squirrels if you're in the air for a very long time before you lose the shot. Oh man, there's just bots, like pieces of bots flying everywhere. Oh, you on fire, Blacklight?
No, I don't think he is, actually.
Yeah, he's on fire. Are your particle effects not on or something?
Mine?
Yeah. That dude is most definitely on fire.
Oh no, he's on fire. I know.
Oh, okay.
He got on fire because of me.
There's a simple little trick you can do to prevent that.
From being on fire?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it seems, eh?
I love this soundtrack.
Yeah, you know, after, what is it, almost, it's been a year and a half since, we first saw this game, and that soundtrack is still delightful.
Yeah. I've gotten nearly a level and a half tonight. Nope.
Helicopter again.
Hello! From a different person.
It's great. Oh, my ear.
How's that taste?
Like victory.
Sure.
Whoa!
Dunk!
So dunk is when you're in the air right above me,
Where is
and you
everybody?
get the shot. We were all going for that pickup or
No.
power up. Ooh, I love that power up.
Yeah, I do like the homing shot, because then I can suck and still hit things.
How did you know I got homing shot?
I got homing shot.
I got homing shot.
No, you have homing shot, and I don't have homing shot.
That's true. Whoop!
Long distance.
He didn't think I was going to hit him.
G has joined the match.
Lethargy shall wish he did not. Probably not.
Level 0?
Really?
Oh no, sorry. It just said 0 above him and then went 40.
Oh.
Treasure sprinklers.
Airstrike.
He's level 10.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's a good start. So we had a head start.
Oh, he got me. I don't know how you give kudos.
Oh, mid-air catch. My goodness. I got lucky on that one. Is that ready? How do you give kudos? Yeah, I don't know either. I was kind of
That's what I thought I'd ask. That's the community for this game is usually really nice. And I hope he isn't like, go suck a jerk. Because he's going to totally prove me wrong if he does that.
Go suck a pile of dicks! Don't
Okay.
suck one continuous
There you go.
dick, suck a pile!
Oh, the new guy's on fire.
Oh, duck hunt on fire.
No!
Boing!
See? He told me how to do the kudos,
Yeah.
and that was that. Oh. Oh! So close!
I'm not doing well. I was.
I'm not doing well. Oh no, I'm in second.
Yeah, you're doing alright.
That lethargy dude is on fire again.
So he's basically going to beat us all very shortly.
Apparently.
Damn it! Here I was hoping that I'd have
Oh.
from McGraw.
Do you know what the fireball ball does?
Fireball ball
The fireball ball?
prevents something.
You can't catch it or block it.
Right.
Yeah, it'll go right through like shields or if you're holding the ball in front of you. So I love the intricacies in this game. That's what wow, streak 11. That's what makes it so great though, I find. It's like if you hold the ball, you can block things, and if you charge the ball, you can't block things. And then like the intricacies of how to catch the ball is just ridiculous. Woo!
You got a quick draw.
Yes, I did.
Now you're quick draw McGraw.
Lol.
Double kill.
I'll take it. Oh, that was close. Ah! Shell shock.
I'm going to see what my
Oh, I'm gonna exit this match, and I want to see
stats.
workshop.
So total KOs 2,540.
Oh, not that part.
Although my KOs to being KO'd is under 50%, so that's not very good. What's yours at?
Ooh. I have a bunch of crafting stuff. Not a bunch. Sorry. Where are we going? Stats. There we
What
go.
are your stats? So we're going to compare stats right now.
Okay. Total KOs 4,097.
2540.
Times KO'd by others 2318.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
What's
Mine's
yours?
2767.
Oh. Catch is 344.
108.
Ricochet is 280.
244.
Midair is 134.
114.
Long distance is 269.
81.
Quick draw 133. You should be beating me so bad for this one.
246.
Oh my god. Wow.
Yeah, I know.
Ninja 7.
2.
Midair catch 47.
Wow. 9.
Backfire 73.
7.
What is backfire? Oh, backfire is when you catch a ball and it kills one person and you throw it within a second and kill another person.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't remember what ninja is. Denied 144.
156.
Oh. Godlike 2.
0.
Multi-kill 61.
41.
That's when you throw one ball and it hits more than one person.
Yeah.
Airstrike 29.
34.
Wow.
Oh.
Hot potato 12.
2.
That one I think it's like you throw the ball and it misses, then you catch the same ball, and then you throw it within a second to kill somebody, or something like that.
Either, yeah, it's a catch and a throw, or
Yeah.
something like that. Hey, Crimson Tide.
Hey, what's up, Crimson Tide? Duck Hunt 58.
18.
That one is like they jump up after you throw and then you kill them, I think. Top Gun 87.
61.
That one you're both in the air. Dunk 47.
36.
Flying Squirrel 32.
Oh, 6.
Zombie 43.
57. Well, that's because I die a lot.
Yeah, zombie is when you have a ball thrown after you die and it kills someone. Avenge 5.
1.
Alley-oop 14.
7.
That one's... It's interesting. That one, so somebody else on your team throws a ball, and before it goes white, you have to catch it and then throw it and kill somebody.
Yep.
Helicopter 1.
3.
What?
I don't know. And then for the rest of them, 0.
I have 3 bulldozers. That's a pickup. It's a pickup in arcade mode where when you dash, if you hit people, it kills them.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Poison ball 1. I forget what that one is.
Yeah, again, I got 0 on all those.
Homing block I don't have. Electroshock I have 2. And then zombie ball I don't have any. Oh, but you have like matches played and everything. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. There you go. Arcade. Arcade dodge bucks earned 47,000. I've played 133 arcade matches.
I've played 12. And I've earned 1,700.
Huh. Oh, go to global.
Holy crap.
That's like everybody in the world.
Wow.
Arcade games 1? You can win the arcade? I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can. You get to the end.
I didn't know that. Oh my god. I need to go and play arcade right now.
Okay, go play arcade.
I'm going to play some arcade.
You play some arcade and you win that arcade.
Okay. But in my inventory I have stuff to craft. I need a spring. If I can get a spring, I can get a random advanced part.
I have a spring and a nut. That's it.
Lol. I wish you could give me your spring.
Wonder if they'll be able to trade or something.
Not yet. Remember they were saying? Eric was saying. Alright, arcade mode. Are you watching?
No, but I'm going to play some arcade mode with you.
Okay.
See if I can do this.
What? Booyah! So, in arcade mode, trick shots get you more money. And when you get more money, you can buy better stuff, and it makes the rest of it easier. So try and get trick shots if you can.
Or you just be like me and try not to die.
Yep, that works too.
Because I suck.
Oh,
I really do suck at this.
you're doing fine, I thought.
No.
This game...
I'm what you'd call I do okay, and then I have a tendency to like just randomly suck balls.
I find that because of early access, this game is at a point that the community is either very well played, like they have a lot of hours under their belt, or they're very, very new. There's not really anything in between, right?
Yeah.
So it's very difficult, I find, to play online, to find somebody that's like my same level. 110 bucks.
Oh geez.
Okay,
There's 3 guys.
we're not
and
going to
they're all-
spend anything.
I haven't even beat the first area yet, and I'm almost dead.
That's all good. Like you have, how many lives left?
2. I'm
Oh,
only on 1-3 right now.
oh, I see. That's okay.
My goodness, all 3 of them. I can't seem to do this. How dare they? How dare they try to hit me and stuff?
Alright. And the bosses are always the same. Ah, damn it! I died. So the first boss is Flamebot. All he does is has a flaming fireball. And then the second boss is Laserbot, which has the laser ball. He's annoying because a bot with the laser ball is so frickin' deadly because they have such good aim. Where did Flamebot go? Oh, there you are.
There, I just purchased a extra life because I'm down to.
Okay. Slow-mo air charge. Low gravity. Boomerang! That's one of my favorites. Low gravity we can't buy.
Oh, jeez.
That's it.
Damn it. Get them all. Oh! No!
We're gonna try for low gravity to go with boomerang. So what it does is like all the bots will be stuck in midair because it's low gravity, but our ball keeps coming back to us. So it just gives you this like totally unfair advantage.
Okay, let's see if I can do that again because I died on 2-1.
You got it.
Oh god, nope. Nope, 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 nope.
There we go. Whoa!
Really? Oh, gotta catch these or something.
Shoot. It's a good way to practice the catch, though the catch makes you a very small amount of money. It's only $10 per catch, which is annoying.
Well, it doesn't matter. I need to find a way to catch so that I don't die.
Mm.
Oh my god. I should be watching you. So I can get some pointers. 'Cause I am not good at this. Oh, come on.
Oh my god! I'm not doing very well right now either.
My best score is 530.
Hmm. One of the mine is 3705.
Wow.
One of the tricks in this game, in arcade mode, is how the stuff you buy, how they combo together.
I don't think I've gotten to the point where I can actually combo.
And we have nothing good to combo. That's unfortunate. I was hoping we would still have the... Dang. I was hoping we'd still have the low gravity option. Sometimes your options between levels will change too.
But that really sucked, so I'm just gonna watch you instead.
Okay. Oh! Oh, that was close. No! Damn! I'm not doing well.
My face ended up shifting upwards, so now you can't. You can only see my.
Oh, it did. I wonder how long that's been like that.
I don't know. Probably since Eric left the call.
Oh, yep, you're right. Okay, I need to fix that.
You do that. You fix my face. Fix my face. I already have enough problems with my face. Just duck.
Okay.
Oh, I guess I could just like hit my
Just
camera.
duck.
Just don't
Yeah,
get hit.
just duck. Just don't get hit, yo.
Just don't get hit. Don't get hit. That's all you
But
gotta
then...
do.
No! Get back here, boomerang ball. There we go. Come to me! Yes.
Airstrike.
So quiet
That was
on
a
the
dumb-
sand because I can't listen to it.
Oh, yeah, right.
It's okay though. I'm watching a pro MLG.
Lol. Speaking of which, we need to get in touch with Guns of Icarus.
Yes, I will. I keep seeing them pop up on the chat
Right.
or on Skype, so I'll just be like, "Hey, buddy,
How's it going, bro?
let's go, bro. Just gonna drop by, be cool."
Oh. I'm not doing well.
You're doing fine.
There we go.
So when you got that 3705, where did you end up getting to?
Whoa! Level 5?
Oh wow. I actually, at one point, I saw Eric retweet a guy who was on his way. He was on 8-4, so he was on the final boss. He ended up losing.
Ugh.
I'd never seen that before.
Yeah, me neither. I don't think I've ever got that far. I'm getting better. It's taken a very long time to try and develop the skills to play this game properly. So see, like that one, we got 125 bucks. But there's nothing really good. There's nothing I can buy. Everything is too expensive. Telekinesis is good because it increases the how much you can catch by. And then you can get one called slow-mo catch. So if a ball gets too close to you, the time will slow down. So when you combo that with telekinesis, when balls are like, 12 feet away from you, the entire game slows down. So it becomes really, really easy.
Oh, wow.
Stuff like that, yeah. It's all about the combos and how things kind of synergize. Much like Isaac. It's a lot like Isaac.
Except with the balls.
Yeah. But that's why I would say, like, this game style is very much like a roguelike, like Isaac or something like that.
See, the thing I guess I need to figure out is how to actually hit people straight on.
Yeah. that takes practice just because it's a physics shooter, right?
And
so
I don't shoot her.
No. I don't really shoot her either. Oh, no, Flamebot!
I'm sure that you could totally shoot her now with the experience you've had from this game. Since this is harder, in my opinion. This is harder than...
I'll show you Tribes sometime.
Okay.
It's a good shooter, but it's what made physics shooters a thing. Oh, man.
That's the thing that I don't like about the bosses, is that you hit them and they're in the same spot after you've hit them, so they can still totally mess up your shit.
Oh yeah, you gotta be careful.
Archmar says average Bioshock's good.
Like he's saying that Bioshock is good?
I'm not sure. I think he might have used it as a... You might have used it in a different terminology. Like, you know how to Bioshock.
Ah, I see. Oh, there we go. Midair. Okay.
You are good at Bioshocking. So
now we have more money. We've got telekinesis still there, low gravity. We're $10 away from a homing ball, which sucks. What are we gonna pick up?
What are you gonna pick up?
Low gravity? Low gravity makes everything so easy, so we're gonna do that. And a distance bonus. No, that's not enough. So you can get bonuses, like distance bonus means you get extra money if you get distance shots.
Mm-hmm.
So in the long run it can make things easier, but I find it doesn't pay off well enough.
Oh, speaking of bonus. Speaking of bonus, I really need to get a hold of the guy that Eric was talking about with the Soda Drinker Pro.
Oh, yeah?
Because he sent me the game a long time ago, and I'll be honest with you, I couldn't take it seriously. Because it was so weird, so random, and like, I mean, over 200 levels of soda drinking simulation. It was just very, very strange game, and I looked at him and was like, I don't know what to do with this.
Oh, interesting.
But now that it's been out for a while, he has a lot of stories worth telling. Like,
okay.
I can actually say that I've seen a couple of his shenanigans unfold. Like one of them, I don't quote me on this, but he did a Kickstarter for buying like a meal so that it would help him with his with making Soda Drinker Pro.
Yeah.
And he ended up getting funded. I think it was almost what was it? I think it was like 1,500% before he shut it down.
Oh my god!
But it was only $15. He kickstarted $15, and it was at least, I don't know, 1,200 to 1,500%.
Wow!
Funded by the time he shut it down.
But he shut it down, didn't take the actual money.
I don't think he did.
That's funny. I want to talk to this guy now.
Another thing that he's done is he actually has his own soda.
Oh.
Yep, Soda Drinker Pro Soda.
Oh my goodness.
Or I think it's called Pro Soda. Never mind.
Pro soda.
Or no, bonus. Bonus soda. That's what it's called. Oh, and Archmore says Bioshock is a verb now.
I saw that. Okay, we're gonna take the jetpack. The jetpack plus low gravity makes for interesting times.
How easy is it to get down?
It is not.
So you gotta be careful.
Oh yes. Or just really good with your catching. We also took full charge fireball, which is fun. Because I find the bots will have like lots of blocks and that kind of stuff. And it just kind of negates it. Shoot. Fortunately, you have to actually hit them.
Oh yeah, it's kind of sucky because I mean there's still a lag on this because I'm in my own office right now. If everybody didn't notice,
Yeah.
you can see that there's clothing behind me and some cardboard. I'll probably put up a sheet. So
In your new digs.
my new digs. Maybe I'll get a slightly better lighting because I mean I like my light, but it's a bit too high right now because there's nowhere to put it.
Yeah, mine's pretty dark right now.
It is dark in there.
There you go. It's a little bit better. Oh, close one. So, I mean, a lot of this game is anticipation where your shot's going to be and where their shot's going to be. But it's also random because of their movement. Oof. And, you never... Okay. If I die in the first level, I always reset.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
But I haven't done that yet.
You haven't died in the first level yet?
No, I haven't reset after dying because I always die.
Oh.
I always lose at least 2 levels. Or sorry,
Sometimes
I lose 2 lives in the first level. That's it.
Sometimes you just need to channel your inner dodgeball. Like that.
I don't know if it works like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it works like that for me, bro. It's more like I just can't do it. I need to work harder. $90.
Whoa, no!
What?
You jackass.
What?
Not you.
Oh, I'm behind. So
Yeah, I know.
Make that noise. You were still in the choosing screen.
Oh. Oh. Silly shot. Part of this too, I find it has to be like pool. Like you need to try and... Oh my god, I'm doing terrible. You need to try and set up where your shot is going to be after you throw it.
That's what I tried. It just I just don't seem to be able. I can't seem to do it properly. Follow along with it. But
Well, you'll see, I just got 2 kills with this one ball, and I'm still holding on to it because I'm thinking about where it's going. There, I got 3 kills with 1 ball.
you are the billiard.
Indeed.
Archmar says my digs be sweet. Not really. I mean they're comfortable.
There we
Very
go.
comfortable.
Same as that second hit on the flame bot. Like I throw it, I knew it would hit behind him, and then I just had to move a little bit to catch it again and use the same ball to hit.
Oh, because the whole boomerang.
I don't have boomerang ball yet, but yeah.
I thought you did. I thought
Nope.
I saw it come back to you.
Nope. No, that was just me planning out where the shot's going.
Oh well then.
It's still not really all that much that's good here, which is really unfortunate. So we're going to ready up. We're going to skip it again because there's no boss. There's bosses on the odd levels. So there won't be a boss on this one. So we... Oh.
You need even levels.
Blocks. So we're just going to try and get as much money as we can. See if we can get like a homing ball or like a low gravity telekinesis duo thing.
Sorry, what's telekinesis?
That one will increase the distance at which you can catch and grab balls.
Yeah, you're verily good at this. Verily.
Against robots, yeah, I'm not too bad.
Pogo bots?
Robots, just against.
Yeah.
Oh. Every so often they'll have like special mobs come in, so like big ball bots or pogo bots or laser bots. There we go. Yay! $500. What do we got? Bloodlust. Dodgeballs will seek another enemy on hit. No. There's slow-mo catch. We're gonna take that one for sure. Collect and throw a ball in the same jump. That's what ninja is. Jump spring, distance bonus. We're gonna grab an extra life. And that's it. Okay. So we have this next boss is gonna be the laser boss. So when he throws balls, they're like directly aimed at you. And they come really fast. You'll notice that like the game slows down a little bit when these balls are getting close enough for me to catch them. I found a screw. I need a spring. Oh.
Where do you find that stuff then? They're just randomly
It just randomly. Yep.
Okay. Just shows up out of
Whoa.
nowhere.
Oh! Hot potato. And yeah, it just shows up randomly. There we go. Okay, incoming boss, Laserbot. So, the slow-mo catch should be nice against him. Well, or not. Whoa, God. He can be really annoying with that.
Oh,
You just
wow,
need
yeah,
to...
I just saw that.
You need to make sure that you're always moving. It is possible to catch his balls as compared to Laserbot. It's just really stressful because it's going so fast. And if you're in cramped quarters, like, holy shit. Like in this level, it's not ideal. Fuck.
Yeah, it is quite the level. Oh, jeez. Yeah, he doesn't even have to do much to just... Whoa! That...
Yeah.
I like his visor, though. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I find he's like so 80s because... Oh, what a catch! Oh, two
reminds
catches!
me of one of the dudes from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure when they very briefly go into the future.
Okay. Huh. Oh, whoop! Got it. There, it slowed down for me at the end there. Yes! Oh, wins with the backfire!
Oh, I saw that now. Okay.
Okay, so we have slow-mo air charge, which is good, and low gravity, which is good. Oh man, we got a lot of good stuff to choose from.
Got some swiggity swag.
Yep. So we're gonna grab the slow-mo air charge, which means when we're in midair, when we charge the ball, time will slow down too. And we're gonna pick up low gravity because you can guess how those two will synergize. It's really funny. So we're gonna grab a ball. We're gonna wait till they're in midair. Ah, shit! And then he's gonna hit me in the face because I was charging. Lol.
Again, I love hearing stuff before it happens.
Yeah. Whoa. So much slowdown. So see, it's like slowed down
pull
here.
the balls into your direction? Like, how does that work?
For which?
I see the ball like about to go by you, then it kind of gets like sucked into you.
So, that's the catch or the grab. A ball will, if I'll try and do it where you can see it, but like my bot is red, and you'll see like a white ball. The white on it will turn red when I can grab it.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that the red doesn't happen all the time, does it?
Oh, it does, but you have to be in range. That's how you know when you can catch it or grab it.
I
and
did not know that.
Yeah, you can grab balls on the ground, like there. I just did a little bit. You'll hopefully see it. You don't have to run into them. You can like left click and actually pick them up. Oh,
Interesting.
close. So yeah, the catch is God in arcade mode.
Speedy bots?
Ah, no, I didn't even see that ball. Mother, damn it.
Mother damn it.
I love this song.
What song is it? Because I can't hear it.
It's like slow vocals.
Oh, that one, yeah. Thought you were singing McDonald's theme for a second.
Looks like that bot is stuck. Oh no, he fixed himself. Whoa! So this gets spicier and spicier, obviously.
Yes. That whole waiting to fall is really annoying.
Yeah, you can get. There's another one called Slam Down? I forget, but when you press spacebar, you go boom, like you go straight down to the ground. It's really nice to do with low gravity. There we go.
What can you do in 13 minutes?
Ow! I can retry. Alright, so now we start all over.
Oh, nuts.
That's okay.
What is your place? Because it's actually behind my, my
392nd overall.
Wow.
Not that impressive.
No, it's pretty good.
I don't even know how many users there are total.
Lots.
When Horde mode first came out, I was like 7th overall for a while. Whoa. Alright. So, the catch, I'll explain to you. I've got that little crosshair in the middle of my screen. To get a catch off, you need to wait until the ball is within range, which is about a foot or two away from you, and the ball needs to be, the crosshair needs to be in that ball. And then you need to left click. You can't just have like left click held down or anything. You need to left click it after those two things are like done.
Jeez.
Yeah. So it takes a bit of practice, that's for damn sure.
Yeah. All the things.
Like that.
I'll just agree with you, because I can't see anything yet.
Yeah, you will.
There was, yeah.
Rampage.
Turned red.
Okay, where is the flame bot?
Massacre.
Crimson Tide is playing Brawlhalla.
How dare he?
Oh, it's just funny because we were chatting with the guy behind Brawlhalla.
When are we doing that?
I have a whole bunch of keys, but he hasn't locked down a date yet.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, that should be a fun one.
Definitely.
Whoa! Sorry?
I said definitely.
Yep. There we go. So that's a better run. We've got 300 bucks after the first boss, and no deaths yet. And slow-mo catch. So we'll pick that one up. And there's nothing else I want to buy. Alright.
Do you feel confident about this one?
This one's going better. It's always interesting to see. Oh, that was a nice dunk. I was lucky he missed. Oof.
Is there a lot of luck going on here?
Yes and no. If I were in a...
I've seen a lot of close calls so far.
Yeah, if I was in a later level, I would not have survived all this, because they wouldn't have been so off-target.
Yeah, it's always fun to know that they start at level 0.5.
Yeah, I know.
And to know that they can still kick my ass at level 0.5. Which is why I believe that a lot of my abilities are completely skill, or not skill-based, luck-based.
Ah! Lucky shot.
Oh yeah, I see how that worked. It bounced off the bottom of the bridge.
And I had to kill one more to complete the level 2. Oh, EMP. That one's fun. Cop balls are electrified and will shock nearby bots on throw. So what happens is when you catch a ball, and you throw it again, it's like a BFG cannon in Doom, and it'll like do lightning strikes all over, but it doesn't kill them, but it locks them down. So they literally like fall over and stop moving for like 5 seconds or
Oh,
something.
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool. Okay, we're gonna buy the extra life. First extra life is $100. Second one is 200, etc., etc.
Catch.
You have 9 minutes.
Oh my god. Another lucky shot.
The zombie. Oh, jeez.
Whoop. Love that slow-mo catch. Oh, long distance in the back. Laser bot. Oh god. Oh man, this is gonna be difficult. Oh, we got level 38 at some point.
Yeah. You got 8 minutes, man. 8 minutes.
Oh! God, I hate laser bot in small levels. Oh man! Whoa!
So he's not on
No!
fire, so you can actually catch it.
Yes, because the balls are not on fire, I can actually catch those.
Nice.
I don't even know what happened there. That was nuts.
Whatever you did it, and it worked.
So, poison ball is an interesting one. I'm not going to pick it up, but if you hit an enemy dodgeball in midair, so like if you throw one ball and it hits another ball that somebody else had thrown, it will kill the person that threw it.
Oh, jeez.
It's ridiculous. Zombie balls? Throwing balls from KO bots will hunt down enemies. I don't want that. Bulldozer. We'll try that bulldozer. I'll show you how to show you that one.
So
And
you
we'll
have
do
to
the
like run,
charge.
like actually charge into them, or
Well, you know your boost? You just use the boost. So we'll try and do it with this guy. Blah! Whoa! Holy shit, that was close.
oh yeah, I see that. It's pretty funny.
Ah, mother!
Mother of titty sprinkles.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I saw that.
Oh, he's nice and stuck.
Duck hunt.
It's a feature. It's not a bug.
Yep.
It's a feature.
No such thing as bugs, right?
Yeah, it's a feature.
Mid-air. Catch.
Oh! Out of the explosion came a blue ball that hit me in the face. Brutal.
Oh, jeez.
Brutal. You can see how difficult this like gets later on. So I can't believe, I want to see the people that have beaten it. Like what their builds look like, because it must be like a certain group of items, or they're just ungodly.
I think they're just amazing.
No! Son of a bitch.
Are you not gonna make it?
Probably not. Final life. Where was that going?
Double zombie.
Oh! Wow, I threw worse than he did. Oh, he's stuck. So he's trying to get that ball there, even though he's on the other level. I've seen that happen more than once.
Why didn't you just go up there and do it?
Eh.
Practice?
Yeah. Oh, that catch! So let's see. 0G throws. You know what? Why not? We'll do 0G throws. I don't want the bulldozer, so you can sell stuff back too.
The type of crowd who face 12 level 21 bots and go, psh, this needs to be harder probably. So Killer Peachy.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, I think actually no, I know for a fact. Don't tell him this, otherwise he'll try and fix this. but I know for a fact that I'm higher ranked than him in the arcade. Yeah.
Well then. Don't you feel special?
I do.
I guess it is Killer Peachy. The best gamer who ever lived.
Lol, yeah, right. I love that man.
Better than the Wizard.
Nobody's better than the Wizard Man. Have you seen how hardcore he plays Super Mario 3?
Yeah, I mean, look at all the points he got from getting that warp whistle, which doesn't.
They had never
Although we're
even.
not gonna talk about that.
They'd never even seen that game before, though, man.
Yeah. Never even seen Super Mario 3 and still managed to find it.
I don't know. Just sometimes it feels good to be bad.
But you know what? He doesn't have the power to love, so.
I'm still trying to find one. That's one of the only like things I don't have. Oh, okay, 100-bot. So 100-bot, he has the jetpack, and he's amazing. I'm not sure if he has anything else. I assume he does, but I know he has a jetpack.
Oh.
Throw it, you animal.
Final light.
Whoa, he has a homing shot.
Oh.
Okay, I'm dead.
That's Hunter.
Yeah, you can see the shot curve right at the end as it hits me.
Dang!
Yeah, that's why. Okay. Okay, fine. Well,
We should call it at that. That's a logical endpoint.
yeah. Wow, that was 1550 and I've gotten 3705 before.
So you've done some crazy moves
Lol.
in the past ones.
Anyway, so that's Robot Roller Derby Disco Dodgeball. I'm not sure if we'll have him back for this game because it was one of the first ones that we ever had that came on the show. We did it through alpha, we did it through beta, and now we've done it at launch.
Yeah, we did it green light, launch.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. It's been a long and interesting journey. And
Yeah.
we'll definitely have Eric back on the show. Like, I'm not saying that we won't have him back on the show, but we might be done with Disco Dodgeball, which is sad.
Yeah, no. He's made it so far with this game, and now all he can do is add some improvements and possibly come out with a new game.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess that is it for this episode of Average Giants.
Just want to say thank you, everybody, for coming to watch. It's always a pleasure. Thanks for coming to play for the people that did. And I guess we'll see you all next week on Average Giants. We have some big changes coming, and we have some stuff that we've been talking about behind the scenes. So hopefully we're going to be improving stuff over the summer. And if you're going to PAX, make sure to look us up. We'll be there. Follow us on Twitter at Average Giants or at AVG_GMR or at Call Me Giant.
YT. Call me Giant YT.
Oh yeah, right. Call Me Giant YT.
Yeah.
But make sure to follow us there and you can communicate with us. And if you are at PAX, you can come say hi. But
Go
yeah,
have drinks.
so many.
If you're not old enough, Kool-Aids.
So many root beers.
Yeah, all the root beers.
But from everybody here at IGM and everybody here at Average Giants, guys, thanks for coming. See you next week. Much love, and we'll see y'all then.
Later.